Okay guys, so I'm kind of pissed because I went to go fly my Mavic Pro and it would not connect. And the aircraft would not connect. And I kept on looking at it and it said the gimbal is disconnected. Well, I have not tried to fly my drone since I updated the software, actually the DJI GO 4 app. And I have not updated my firmware, which I need to do that first with the drone. Remote control, the remote first, update that with the firmware through your PC. It won't work on your phone. And then unplug that and then update the Mavic. They say to update the batteries as well. I never have, so maybe I'll do that as well today just to kind of make sure I got all systems checked. Otherwise, you'll be sending it back to the manufacturer. Let me see what happens and I'll let you know. Okay guys, so I went to go fly my drone earlier and it would not fly. I recently downloaded the DJI GO 4 update app on my iPhone, and I did not update my firmware through my DJI Assistant 2, which you have to do that through your PC on your laptop or computer. You attach your device to it. Once you open that DJI Assistant 2, which you have to find that on the DJI.com website. So once you're on DJI.com website, you have your account, you have to go in there to support. Under support, you go on down to the bottom right, you'll see downloads, and it'll say DJI Assistant 2. You can do it in the Windows or the Apple version. I chose the EXE version, and then it downloaded. Once it's downloaded, you open that in your computer and you connect your device. At first, whenever you open it up, it's going to say Inspire, download Inspire, update that. Well, you know what, you have to connect your device in order for the system to recognize it. Otherwise, you're going to be like, what's going on? So, and make sure the device is on. I always want to make sure you update your remote first and then the drone body. So, inside of here, once you plug it in, it'll recognize it, it'll do the automatic update. You select update firmware, get the latest version, it does it. It says 100% done. Unplug it, plug in the body of the drone. I show you the pictures right here. And once you have the body of the drone attached, it'll recognize it. It'll say device is not compatible. Well, it's because it doesn't have the latest updated and because you just updated this. So it's okay. Go ahead and update now. Get the latest firmware. It'll go into that. Once it's done, it'll be complete. Once you do that, you want to make sure that you do the calibration. It's so important to get your gimbal calibrated and to follow this. And actually, this is a really quick fix too. If you have gimbal shake and there's issues with the, if you had wrecked it and it just won't stabilize. I tried doing the little rubber bands underneath it and sliding it under the bottom support like I saw other videos, and then I also did a recalibration of it and it still didn't work. So what I did is I had to go into this DJI GO Assistant 2, which you get from DJI.com. You have to go under support and get it. Once you have that in your system, you go and calibrate your gimbal through there, and it fixed it. I couldn't believe it. I was so glad because I really thought I had messed it up pretty bad. So that is actually a quick fix. It doesn't seem like it makes sense. I saw some other things on there which I followed, and a lot of people don't believe that that is a way to fix it. But like I said, there's more to me that meets the eye with that gimbal fix and calibration. There's a lot. Anyhow, that's it for right now. Let me go see if this works. Let me see if it's connected now since I updated that. So I have my updated app. Now I have my updated remote with my firmware. I've got my updated drone. I hope it connects. I can't wait to see. Oh my God, please. Okay guys, so here's the screen recorder of exactly what I did. I went to the Safari. I went to DJI.com. Enter. Go to Support, Product Support, select that. Find your device here. I have the Mavic Pro. Then what you do is scroll down and you'll see Downloads. Here you are at your software. Download the appropriate DJI Assistant 2. Alright, now that you've successfully downloaded the DJI Assistant 2 software, you should have a small icon on your desktop. Double click that. You're going to have this pop up. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Go ahead and select yes. Give it a moment to load. Now you have a pretty simple screen here. You're in the DJI Assistant. You're seeing a USB cord indicating to be plugged in. Go ahead and plug your remote in and turn it on. At first it may be confusing if you don't have it attached because this is saying how to connect to Inspire 2. If you have an Inspire 2, it makes sense. However, I have a Mavic Pro. Once you plug it in, it will recognize your device. I'll show you that now. So go ahead and plug in your device, particularly your remote control first, and turn it on. You'll hear the indicator saying that something's attached, and you'll see on the remote control an indicator that says it's connecting. You see I had success there. You can see it actually, the USB cord going in. Now you'll see your device here, and go ahead and double click on that, and you'll see it says firmware update, and inside of this you see the latest version and you see upgrade. So go ahead and select upgrade, and once you select that, it's going to upgrade to 100%. Go ahead and follow through with that, follow the screen, read the directions. Once it's updated, you can go ahead and turn it off and unplug it. Then what you'll want to do is plug in your Mavic body and do the updates on it. Now, one thing I want to make sure that I tell you that this update that I did on both the remote and the Mavic did not fix my gimbal error. So what I did is I went ahead and I calibrated it, and you don't have the calibration option here. I'll go ahead and plug in the Mavic body so you can see that you have the option to calibrate your system. That calibration, again, like I said earlier in the video, will help you fix a gimbal shake error as well as the gimbal disconnected error. So let me go ahead and do that now. I've disconnected my remote control. I've located the USB connection on the drone body, and I've plugged it in. I have not turned it on yet, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And I'm just waiting for the system to recognize the drone body that I have attached. But it doesn't look like it's recognizing it. So let me see what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and go back out to DJI. It says it's a connected device. Success. I'll go ahead and select that. Now you can see the menu options that are available for the DJI body once it's attached. There you want to go ahead and do that update and wait and let it finish, keeping your drone on and connected. Go ahead and go down and do the calibration. It's very important. That's going to help that gimbal shake error as well. I've tried several things, and that seemed to be the only thing that worked. So while the Mavic Pro software firmware update did not solve the problem of my gimbal disconnect error, I did some further investigation and found that if I go ahead and restore it to its factory settings, that may cure it, which it did. However, when you go to attach the remote, I personally did not have success with updating the remote to the factory settings. However, I went ahead and I went forward with it, and I plugged in the Mavic body and restored it to factory settings, and turned my drone on, and the gimbal disconnect error was gone. It was ready to go. So I was very excited about that. So lesson learned, always update your software to the latest firmware, and if it doesn't work, go ahead and try restoring the factory settings, and if the remote doesn't work for the update, the body will, and if it doesn't, maybe that's not your issue. Hopefully it is, and it'll fix it. A lesson learned, you guys. If you can learn from somebody quickly through a video that has experienced some issues or frustrations with the DJI software, shoot me some questions. Reach out to me. I'm Jessica with DJI's Drone Ops, advocating the professionalism of commercial drone photography. Every time you go, make sure you know, check your FAA website for the latest and greatest updates, as well as download a reliable app that'll help you determine if you're in a no-fly zone. Never ever fly above 400 feet. In fact, try to stay way below that. Alright, that does it for today. I'm Jessica with DJI's Drone Ops. I'm out of here.